So it was discovered just about an hour ago that Iran is responsible for the Ukrainian plane that crashed yesterday, and there were 63 Canadians on board. How do you think Canada should respond to this?
Be very upset at President Trump.
It was discovered today that Iran was responsible for the Ukrainian Boeing 737 plane crash that occurred yesterday. An Iranian missile brought down the plane and 176 people died, including 63 Canadians. That's more Canadians than were killed in 9/11, and it's the worst terrorist attack against Canadians since the 1985 Air India bombing. I went to Yonge and Dundas Square to ask Canadians about how the Canadian government should respond to this attack. Take a look at their responses.
I don't think we should go to war with Iran, but I do think it's something that would have to be addressed. So Justin Trudeau should probably figure out some way that he's going to, address the issue. But it definitely shouldn't just be left unresolved.
If Canadians are lost in any given tragedy, that we should take action, because it's really important that we protect our own. And that we really stick out for each other. I think it's really important, especially in times like these that are so tense and also so casualty heavy. I think we really need to stick out for our fellow Canadians.
Be very upset at President Trump.
Canada is going to have to face it. They can't be pushed around by these people. That they want answers, and that's all there is to it.
I don't think it's in Canada's nature to be like a country that responds aggressively. I think that it's really sad about what happened, but I don't think that just responding would kind of make it worse, because then they would have to respond back, and then it would just start a whole a big mess, I think.
It has to retaliate to it. It has to show that we cannot be taken for granted. There has to be a reason why a passenger plane was taken down. We need to investigate into it. We need to find out what's going on. We need to get back at them.
U.S. will respond accordingly, so I guess we kind of see what they do and make our decision from there, but that war has been brewing for a while, so we could be in for an interesting future.
How do you think Canada should respond to the attack?
Very carefully.
Well, I think that Canada should respond into knowing that our government is going to take the best efforts that it can in order to make sure that this matter is taken care of, and have condolences to the families that were involved.
I don't think...
This is more Canadians than were killed in 9/11, just to give some perspective.
How do we know that Iran is responsible for it exactly?
Oh my God. No, I'm sure Iran wasn't responsible. They wouldn't kill Iranians. I know they weren't responsible because I follow the news.
I think Trump said it pretty well. Heavy sanctions, everything. No, I think Donald Trump said it good.
I mean, it's a really politically charged issue. A lot of it kind of has fallen on the United States and as a result of Trump's actions. So I think it's really important we examine it from all sides. I think it's really easy to just blame Iran and the rest of the Middle East and act upon them. But I think it's important we also have to acknowledge that a lot of the conflict comes from our neighbors.
Do you think the Canadian government should come out and condemn Iran as a state sponsor of terrorism?
That's not for me to say.
Yes, I would say that, yeah, I would agree with that.
We're always so peaceful and, diplomatic and everything, and this is terrifying. So I don't know what you do in this situation.
In this case, it goes without saying, and I believe, then they should do that, but I'm talking about physical retaliation.
U.S. is already we're kind of tied to whatever the U.S. does, so if they decide to declare war, we're kind of unofficially in war too, so I guess we kind of follow their lead.
I think it's important first that we examine fully the factors, because I feel as though sometimes certain news sources, whether it's from Canada, the States, etc., aren't always to be trusted. So I feel like it's important that before we make any strong action, we first figure out what really happened.
The Canadian government needs to proclaim that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps is a banned terrorist group, stop funding Iran with millions of dollars each year in foreign aid, and take other appropriate measures. Visit baniran.ca to sign the petition to make sure the Canadian government doesn't let Iran go unpunished. I'm Abagail Hamman for Rebel News. Like and subscribe to never miss a video.